Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Armored Core 4 Answer. We are in Chapter 3 under the ORCA, or Destruction Path, which I am calling Paths D and E in this video series. We have done things like defend line art against the League of Ruling Companies, as well as defeated the Arms Fort Cabrakan from the Algebra Corporation. And we're coming up to another one of those defining show of allegiance moments here. So without any further ado, let's get going, okay? Alright, so the next mission we're going to take is to defeat the unidentified arms fort. Looks like they're paying 700,000 credits, and the client is GA.
Here's the mission. The client is GA America. Your target is an unidentified arms fort spotted in the vicinity of Old Peace City. It appears to be an upgraded GA America model. Unfortunately, we have no further details to disclose. Even if we did, however, your objective would be the same. Find the target, and then destroy it. Before you rush off to battle, GA has authorized the use of support nexts for this operation. Come talk to me if you think you'll need them. And that's about it. This mission is dangerous, but you'll be reimbursed accordingly. We'll wait for your answer.
Well, seems straightforward with a twist. There's an arms fort in Old Peace City, but they don't know much about it, except for the fact that it seems to be based on a land crab. And bottom line is they want it gone, so they're hiring us to do that. So let's do it. Now, the co-pilots that they're offering here, Raiden, piloted by Takafumi Arasawa. Fun fact, that Lynx is actually the CEO of one of the corporations you can buy equipment from. And they actually make a note in their company profile that that this is the first CEO to actually be a pilot themselves, and so therefore get like real world information and data in the development of their products. His heavy tank type craft is well rounded, a great wingman just below his slow speed. It takes 45% of my commission. Marygate is piloted by Greenfield, pilots a strong Sunshine based craft. Sunshine is the part family. Can provide strong offensive missile support. Takes 30% of my commission. Celebrity Ash, ranked 28, piloted by Dan Morrow. Independent mercenary, your average Lynx performing as well as his rank suggests. Requires ample support, taking 15% of my fee. No, thank you.
Commence mission. Eradicate the unidentified arms fort. Information is spotty. Proceed with caution.
Well, there it is on the horizon there.
Enemy arms fort identified. It's an upgraded land crab. This model has been reconfigured with Soldios cannons. That's the strongest Kojima cannon in existence. Evade its fire.
Yeah, there's the Soldios cannons I was telling you about at the beginning there. This should be fun.
What? Segments are splitting off. Careful, those Soldios cannons are operating autonomously. Sick, twisted bastards. Unleashing those monsters. Soldios cannon destroyed. 3 left.
And as you can see, the Kojima abilities include flight here.
take out the enemy arms fort. Let's finish this.
Now I just have a land crab to deal with. You know, no big deal.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. Mission complete. You did well to defeat that monster.
Grand guess, not bad. Alright, the next mission we're going to take is to destroy Arteria Ulna, or Ulna, I don't know how you say that. The client is ORCA themselves, directly. And they're paying 500,000 credits.
Greetings. Maximilian Thermidor here. We want you to infiltrate GA America's Arteria facility, Ulna, and destroy it. This mission flies in the face of everything the Cradles stand for, and will be considered an act of treason. With that understood, I want you to listen to what I tell you. Some fled to the Cradles and live in the clean air. Others were abandoned, condemned to the Earth's poisonous surface. Maintaining this system is causing horrible pollution on the surface. That pollution will soon start bleeding into the atmosphere itself. The Cradles are only a stopgap measure, a panacea. Humankind has no future on this planet unless we stop them. Perhaps you think I'm an alarmist, but I speak the truth. If you believe in what I say, then you must take this mission. Of course, you'll be reimbursed for your efforts. I await your reply.
And so there you get a glimpse into the real situation of the planet. Maximilian Thermidor really just kind of lays it out bare there. Like, this is an unsustainable system that the corporations are maintaining. And because the people are content and happy in right now with this situation, they're not open to the idea that it might be a bad system. And so this is kind of to draw their attention to that. This is not information you get on the League path, by the way. The League of Ruling Companies conveniently don't mention this. All right, let's get going.
Commence mission. The target is a good distance above your position. Start climbing. You know what you're doing, what it will mean, don't you?
So I'm going to do this slightly differently than most players would. I'm just going to get out of here where all these enemies are trying to kill me, so I can show you it. But it sounds like my operator has some doubts. So basically, quickly, while I'm avoiding the firepower, this cliff here with that white line at the top of it, that's our objective. But while I could just fly up there, I'm not going to. And I'll tell you why in a little bit here. I just need to get past these people. There we go. So, long story short, the reason I could just fly up there is because I've got the profile enabled, which allows me to have flying as an unlimited free energy action. Most players don't have that, and so they wouldn't be able to do that. And so what they'd have to do is they'd have to fight through those people, and they'd have to use those platforms, like where the like where the fans are sticking out from, or sorry, the turbines are sticking out from. They'd have to use those platforms as a way of basically slowly ascending from the floor, which you see we're already quite a ways up from. So they kind of jump from platform to platform to the other end of the canyon here, where you've got this big platform structure to climb up. Because we need to get all the way up to the top of the canyon, and then once we're at the top of this ladder of sorts, then we could use those platforms along the edges to get back. You see those glowing dots on the horizon? That's our objective. Once again, I'm going to just boost past all the enemies to the horizon, to those dots, for the simple matter of the Arteria system is very important to the League of Ruling Companies, and so attacking one, as Maximilian Thermidor pointed out, is an act of treason. They defend these things heavily, because these guys are the lifeblood of the cradles, where all the people who support the League live. As you can kind of see in the middle of the screen, right above my Next's head, on the cliff top, there's one of those spider leg, not quite arms forts, kind of heavy tanks, old style heavy units that we've fought in the past. Those things take a hell of a lot of beating. So basically, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just boost past all the enemies and attack the Arteria facility directly, because there's so many enemies. It's hard to survive long enough, even with this profile I've got enabled, to get to the Arteria facility. So let's go. So these guys here are the Arteria facility, which I am basically tasked with destroying. These guys are what supply the energy to the cradles.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. Mission complete.
You see all these guys, all these soldiers and troops and tanks and everything here, right? I'd have to fight all of them. Rank S only because I bypassed much of the opposition. Because I could.
You have shown me your answer. Welcome to ORCA.
Alright, the next mission we are going to take is the attack on Arteria Carpals. Now, if this is one of those Pledge of Allegiance things, where if you take the League path, you defend Arteria Carpals from ORCA, whereas because we're on the ORCA path, we are going to attack Arteria Carpals, attacking the League directly. Looks like the client is ORCA directly, and they're paying 500,000 credits.
Maximilian Thermidor here. We're initiating the closed plan. Our next forces will launch simultaneous attacks against core Arteria facilities. Your target is the critical Arteria facility, Carpals. You are to take down Noblesse Oblige, who's defending the site. The facility is protected by multiple defensive units. Effectively neutralizing them before Noblesse arrives will make things a bit easier on you. We are the ORCA Brigade, the most dangerous reactionary force in existence, and this is our grand entrance. Let's put on a show, gentlemen.
Alright, so we are going to have a combination of nexts and facility defenses to contend with. Let's go.
Commence mission. Seize control of the Carpals facility. Eradicate as many defensive installations as possible before Noblesse Oblige reaches the combat zone. That should make things go more smoothly.
As I'm sure you've noticed, I have switched to my anti-next configuration because my primary objective is to destroy a next. So having anti-next weaponry makes a heck of a lot of sense. There's a whole bunch of turrets and cannons and weapons along the edges. Looks like there's either some normals or some MTs here. So taking them out. Also why I'm using my rifle instead of my cannon, my missiles. Because why waste the missiles before Noblesse Oblige shows up? I do find it interesting how most of the weapon and turret encampments in this facility are pointing towards the inside of the facility, not the outside.
Enemy next detected. It's closing in fast. That's him. Obliterate Noblesse Oblige.
Sorry to crash the party. Little hit-and-run bandits like you know no honor. I envy your simple life, void of responsibility.
You'd think they'd want to prevent people from getting in the first place, is what I'm saying.
Confirmed. Noblesse Oblige has been destroyed. Mission complete. The closed plan is now underway. No regrets now. Remember, you chose this path.
Rank A, not bad. I will take it. Used a lot of ammo on that one.
For many, the chaos began in July. Without warning, multiple nexts of unknown origin unleashed a coordinated attack on Arteria facilities. The majority of these attacks were successful. The energy reserves upon which the Cradles relied were suddenly threatened. the Orca leader, a man known as Maximilian Thermidor, made an announcement to the world. The message was simple.
League dogs, welcome to Earth.
To the people who lived in the skies, it was nothing less than a declaration of war. The League was forced to abandon the tried and true strategies of the economic war. Suddenly, people realized that against these revolutionaries, their mighty castles were actually built out of sand.
Order matches cannot be entered due to change in circumstances. Well, that makes sense. Now, just to explain a little bit there, normally when you play this game, you can challenge other links and their next to one-on-one battles to raise your rank within the organization, within Collard. And it's also a good way to raise money without going, so you can buy equipment for the missions. I've already done all of that, so it hasn't been included here. It's just one-on-one next battles, no story or anything like that, so it's not particularly exciting. But that's already gone. All that is saying is that you can't do that anymore. Whatever rank you were at when you entered Chapter 4, that's the rank you're in. Alright, well, I'm going to call an end to the episode there because we've reached the second and last split point on the Orca or Destruction path. So, if you click up there, the top left of your screen, then you're going to be following the Orca path, and you're going to be siding with Maximilian Thermidor against the League. If you click up there, then you're going to be siding with Old King, who is an Orca member, but Old King doesn't just want to save the world from the League and, bring people back to Earth so that way the process of healing can begin. Old King just wants to destroy everything. So, up there, Orca Path, siding with Maximilian Thermidor. Up there, Destruction Path, siding with Old King. Choose well.